Welcome everyone. Today I gonna discuss about components of an argument. Claim the argument you want to make. Debates all the tags should be a complete persuasive sentence, should pressure the arguments and why it's matter. Example. The affirmative plan cannot solve. This is no proof that the plan will reduce the risk of war. Data that the evidence that is read to prove the claim, written evidence should come from credible published source. Analytical proof can be based on logic, general knowledge, or evidence already in the debate. Identify valid evidence. Components of an argument warrant why a claim in the true. The visual version warrant claims. Logical argument equals to logical refutations. Emotional argument equals to emotional refutations. So debate has many interesting format and aspects. Debate actually help us to understand the economy. Debate can help us to understand the real activities, and especially it helps to criticize the analysis and everything. What is debate? A debate is a structured argument. Two sides speak already for and against a particular continents, usually based on a topical issues. Unlike the argument you might have with your family or friends, however, each person is allocated a time they are allowed to speak for, and any interjections are carefully controlled. The subject of the dispute is often pre-arranged. So you may find yourself having to support opinions with which you do not normally agree. You also have a argue as part of a team, being careful not to contradict with what others on your side have said. Why debate? It is an excellent way to improving speaking skills, and particularly helpful in providing experience in developing and convincing argument. Those of you who are forced to argue against your natural points of view realize the argument, like coins, always have at least the two sides. The basic debating skill is style is the manner in which you communicate your argument. This is the most basic part of the debate to masters. Content and strategy are both a little useless. You deliver your material in a confidence and persuasive way. Speed, it is a virtual to talk to a piece with is fast enough to sound intelligence and allow you to time to say what you want. You show enough to be easily understood. Tone. Varying tone is what makes you sound interesting. Listening to one tone for an entire presentations is boring. Volume. Speak quite loudly is sometimes a necessary, but it is by no means necessary to short through a very debate regardless of context. This is absolutely no need to speak any more loudly than in the volume at which everyone in the room can comfortable hear you. Shouting does not win debate. Speaking too quietly is clearly disastrous, since no one will be able to hear you. Clarity, the ability to consciously and clearly express complex issues, is what debate is all about. The main reasons people begins to sound unclear is usually because they lose the stream of thought which is keeping them going. It's also to keep it simple. While long words may make you sound clever, they may also make you incomprehensible. Use of notes and eye contact. Notes are essential, but they must be brief and well organized to be effective. There is absolutely no point in trying to speak with notes. Of course, notes should never become out obtrusive and damage your contact with the audience, nor should have ever we read from verbals. Most people streak out of the main headings of their speech with the brief notes under each. When writing note for the rebuttal during the debate, it is usually better to use a separate sheet of paper so you can take down the details of what the other speaker has said and then transfer a rough outline onto the notes you will actually be using. Content is what you actually say in the debate, the argument used to develop your own idea, cite cause and rebut the opposition side. The information that the content provide below is a general overview of what will you will expect when you debate. The final logistics of how long you will be debating, how many people will be in your groups, and how the debate will unfold. Case the whole intro or introducing the case you grow is making must be outlined in the introduction that involves starting your main argument and explaining the general thrust of your case. This must be done briefly since the most important thing is to get on and actually argue it. It is also a good idea to indicate the aspects of the object to discuss by each of the team members. Conclusion. At the end, once everyone has spoken, it is useful to briefly summarize what your group has said and why. Case. Having outlined the whole your argument, you must have been to build a case. The best way to do this is to divide your case into between two or four arguments. You must justify your argument with basic logic, work examples, satisfies, and code. Debating is all about the strategy of the proof of evidence, supporting your assistance in what make it an argument. There are a number of ways to divide it up the case according to group of argument. The media expert more influence over what people think than the government does. This is true for three reasons. First, most people base their vote on what they see and they are in the media. Second, the media can set the political agenda between elected by the decision what issue to report and is how much detail. Thirdly, the media have successfully demonized politicians over the last 10 years so that now people are more likely to believe journalists than politicians. All of the argument in the discourse outline are debatable, but this they give the cause a wide range which cover all kind of issue. The trick is not to come up with a wet right case but a well argued one. Think, can I argue that? Rebuttal. Argument can be factful, moral, or logical flaw. They may be mean misinterpretations, or they may be also be unimportant or relevant. A team also contradicts one another or fail to complete the text they said themselves. These are the basic or rebuttal. Also, every argument can be found wanting in at least one or one of these aspects. There are a few examples. Number one, compulsory in euthanasia at the age of 70 would save the country money in the pensions and healthcare. Two, banning cigarette products placement in the film will cause more young people to smoke because it will make smoking more mysterious and taboo. My parents will then look at the economic issues. Rebuttal. Ask yourself how the other side have uh, approach the case, consider the task the other side has set themselves, consider what the general emphasis of the case is and what assumption it takes. So these are the very important aspects of a debate, and from the debate, we can learn many interesting aspects from the debate. We can handle many interesting aspects, and these aspects can help us to grow our effectiveness in a professional way. Thank you. If you have any kind of questions, if you have any kind of questions regarding these points, you directly can communicate with me. Thank you. Bye bye and take care.